Now the microphone is on. Fuck off with that. Right. Well, you can skip all that. I just read the Wikipedia article for the Louisiana Purchase and tried to relate it back to the game, but then Windows decided to just fuck with my microphone. Anyway, we'll move on. The game is setting up the Louisiana Purchase. We're about 5 years before. Sorry, we're 7 years before Spain gives it to France, and then quite a few years before France eventually sells it to America. The game would posit that it was always the intention that was what's going to happen, because it was a big conspiracy. Right, moving on. And Lord Murder has asked us to stay back for some reason.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Doubt. I don't think he would have
Humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him.
You've sedated
I don't
him
want him trying to
with your
take
medical
his life
skills
again.
that you don't
Or,
have.
worse yet, attacking one of the guests.
Well,
When
they've
in
sedated
despair,
him because
Monsieur Peru is clearly
he could
a
have been dead,
dangerous man.
so they can't have him in the game. Come, Mortimer. Mortimer is rapidly shifting between dimensions. Why did he want to commit suicide? We know why he wanted to commit suicide. Why did you invite him? Why was he terrified of Mortimer? Hey Melwen, how's it going? You just missed me read out the whole thing about the Louisiana Purchase and then have my mic muted, and then nobody got it. So I'm feeling real good about that. Anyway, how are you doing?
Tell me, my lord. Can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh.
He was
I
going
think
to
he was
kill
simply
himself,
unable to
Mortimer.
put things into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him,
I don't know.
I can assure you
Holm
that he
thinks
feared you
you're
even
not a
more
particularly
than
great
death
friend
itself.
either.
Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew noticeable in his work. Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without
No,
you,
you
no
don't
more
need the need to
support,
threaten him.
No more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely. Oh,
Very,
Louis,
very annoying.
one more thing, please. I wanted to thank you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice, and it gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
That we shall lose. Well, we know it happens, so I guess it's worth it.
What is at stake is worth it, my lord. Now, I won't hide from you the fact that I have no idea by what miracle we could ever get a unanimous vote.
Trust me, Louis.
Oh, we'll
We
kill a
still
bunch of
have
people,
few
then we'll
more
get an
cards
unanimous
to
vote.
play. You'll see.
If it's
Anything
only
can
me
happen in
and I
politics.
vote for me,
I'll see you later, my lord.
I thought this was going to be a whole scene. That's why I stopped there. Oh, it's just a small thing. Oh, well. It's typical that the only time I don't check my audio, it's muted. Absolutely. That's when they get you. I should have known, really, because my speakers were messed up when I turned on my PC today. I think Logitech and or Windows did an audio update, and I had to fix that, and I should have known. Like I should, because it fucks up the microphone too. But I didn't. I didn't check. Oh well. Alright, back to our room. Will the Duchess be accompanying us this time? She did spend... Well, she didn't spend the night, but she spent part of the night with us.
I already mentioned it yesterday. Either to you or to someone else. Impossible to tell with you people.
Yes, sir.
Your
You
guess
people.
is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room.
Oh.
This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm
That was me.
freezing.
Of course, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Good. Proceed.
It was me. I opened the door. Or I opened the window so I could have a snoop. Oh, can I check on Jacques? Although I know he's sedated or whatever. Can I check on him?
Sorry, sir, but you cannot go through.
Where did you come from?
We have very clear instructions from Lord Mortimer. Monsieur Peru must rest.
Yeah, I'll bet. Uh-huh. So this is the game kind of trying to tie up the fact that he could have died in the last scene and then wouldn't be in the game. So they're just saying, no, he's still in the game, definitely. You just can't see him. Yeah, cool. Don't worry about it. Maybe he'll come back at some point. The Duchess did come to our room last night. Check on her.
No answer.
Perhaps she's waiting for us. On the other hand, she did visit Napoleon's room too. So, you know, she's clearly has some kind of agenda, but that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind being part of the agenda. And Godoy's not in his room. We know that. He's busy arguing with the servants. Fancy roof. Alright. Think we're gonna get shot as soon as we walk through the door? No, we are gonna get shot by that fucking horrible picture.
Next time,
Stop
I'll
showing
listen
it to
my
me.
mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Ask who it is first. Ask who it is first. Stop
Louis,
showing that picture.
Open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Louis. Oh, there you are at last.
Yes,
He
I
was
just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room.
Ah, shit, I
I
should have
tried
insisted.
to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge your sister. I must act quickly. You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
What are you setting me up for, George? Ugh, that was weird. What's run again? Here's run. We use the term run loosely. This is a jog at best.
I do believe that's Emily's voice. Emily! Emily, are you there? Answer me! Emily!
Well, that's not happening. I could lock the door, or I could force it open. Mortimer gave me shit for breaking his stuff last time, so let's not break it.
I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick.
Great. Listen.
I can't understand what she's saying.
What? The door isn't that thick. Okay. Where's the map? Right, we're here. Whose room is this? Napoleon's. Could potentially get in through either Napoleon's room or Peru's room. Let's have a snoop around Napoleon's room first.
The Prince by Machiavelli.
Of course.
Perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Napoleon is immune to politics. Okay.
Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room? And he gets victory after victory? The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius.
A sword.
Yet another one.
Boink.
It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Take it. Napoleon is immune to conviction, or because he has his own.
I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us.
Thought you were in
Make
hiding.
haste.
How are they targeting you?
You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
Okay. If I can't have the sword, can I have the hat?
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Why can't I? Let me steal stuff. Let me steal historical items. No one will mind.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Okay. He's probably in his room. Let's see if we can go out. Let's see if we can get out here.
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
Break. Pick. Let's try to go through Napoleon's. That's a lot of expensive things to try and do there.
Damn it. It's closed. Seems like the key is still in the lock on the other side.
Did you
That
manage
means I won't
that?
be able to pick it. Or I could do as I did the last time in the tower room.
Mortimer gave me shit for doing that last time.
I wonder if I can get the key by pushing something underneath and making it fall.
Key. Okay, what can I put under it? Paper?
A map. This should do the trick.
Put the map under the thing. Why did you have to look? Why did you have to load that? But alright.
Perfect. This card should do the trick.
What card? I thought I was using the map. Jostle it?
I wonder if I can get the key by pushing something underneath and making it fall.
Oh.
Slowly, Louie. Nice and slow.
Nice.
I must act fast.
Hey, Napoleon! Oh, he's not here. How did he put the key in the door? And then also leave? It's a good trick. By act fast, of course, means
My
pick up
dear
everything
Napoleon,
first.
As previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head.
I
of
wish to
France.
put a strong leader,
I trust you
me,
to be
at the head of
discreet
France.
as to your coming. See you soon, Lord William Mortimer.
Ah, yes. Discreet as to your coming, so that way it's not in the history books that he was ever here. You hiding? Nothing? Chess. Looks like white is winning. Okay, can I get out these doors? Yes. This way. Wait, I can, hang on. I can check on Jacques' room? Ah, I'm barred. I'm not let in. Lame. What? Still? Okay, weird.
Huh.
Did you do that to me?
It's as if there were several
You're a
people
fine one to
inside.
talk. Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this.
Oh my.
What are you on about now?
I should never have told you what happened to me. That's how it works, and you know it full well. I'm not that naive.
I
I
a
know
second.
you inside out.
Stop.
A letter from
We'll end up
William
losing
Pitt the
everything
Elder,
if you keep on.
addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister.
Was.
This letter dates from 2 coils circle the lock.
Don't have that key.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
Oh my.
Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it
Raise
that our
taxes
nation
with the
will
king?
recover from
Or
this
raise taxes
impasse.
on the king?
But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
United Kingdom of Great Britain. That's a bit redundant. They're the same thing.
Golden Elixir.
Kinda. United Kingdom includes Northern Ireland. And any colonies they would have had at the time, whereas Great Britain is specifically England, Scotland, and Wales. Hey, who are we shooting?
What on earth is... You...
Oh no.
Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk after everything I've done for you.
Oh shit.
You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her.
What's going
I
on?
am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After
Hold on
all
now.
the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
What?
Wait,
No, I don't want
I've got
this.
an entire life for this. Go on, shoot. Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is. That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
No,
Yes,
you're
yes,
identical twins wearing
I'd like to
identical
ask you a
clothes.
few questions to make sure there's no doubt. Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart?
How big is my
Wait.
dick?
I've got an idea.
One of
On
you
the
know.
night of our arrival-
Only one of you knows. Fuck. I bet she does this for everybody.
On the wharf, something happened to me. What was it?
A malaise. The moment you arrived, you felt ill, and I offered to help while Piaggi went up. And you turned me down flat.
Right. Let's find something
Crap.
else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor. On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire.
Damn it.
Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night.
Correct.
Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well. Let's try something else. On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll. Did we get a chance to speak?
Certainly not. I was exhausted and went to bed. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm. I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you.
Both are.
Look at yourself for crying out loud.
could have answered this so quickly.
You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet. On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What did we find in that room?
A load of old junk that Mortimer had collected. A so-called Pandora's box in the form of an urn. An old sheepskin that he must take for the Golden Fleece. The Bible of Judas. Property deeds as old as the hills.
Oh, come
and a
on.
broken old sword. You are wasting your time, Louis. She already knows all that. Of course I do. I was there. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us. Last night, you came to visit me, and I can't help wondering why. Why did you come to my room?
Louis, you must be mistaken. I did not go to your room last night, and that's where your little game ends, Emma. Because I never told you about it. So, there you can't answer. What? No! You didn't do that. I didn't want you to be jealous of Louis. Remember how you always used to react whenever you felt you were competing against a man? You dirty...
That's enough. I've had enough of this charade. That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Do I? I hope so.
You are Emily Hillsborough.
I knew you wouldn't get it wrong, Louis. No! You little bitch! Watch out, Louis!
What?
No!
Hell, what have I done?
See what you've done. See.
But she was already shot. Sarah shot her.
Louis? What on earth is going...
Mother!
Go. You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
No.
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Quiet.
Go.
Come, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
The
I'll
crypt.
be waiting for you.
Get in the grave, Mother.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis.
Was it?
Let me stay with her, please.
If you hadn't
Go,
pulled my
I'll cover
arm,
you.
nothing would have happened.
What? What are you doing there?
If I didn't have the finger
Stop!
trigger, or my finger on the
Now
trigger.
what's going on?
Okay, I'm assuming Sarah went through Napoleon's room, and Napoleon's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And now something else has happened. Oh, mind. What's this? If Louis had better trigger discipline, that wouldn't have happened. Volner, you good? You alright? Having a snooze? Alright. No? jump over the railing? Well, actually, well, would be like the quickest way to get back to the crypt, I guess. Hey, that door was locked. How come I was able to get through now? Bullshit. Alright, meet your mother in the garden crypt. No one will notice me coming out of Napoleon's room, obviously. Maybe they will.
Good God. They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer? Can anyone hear anything through the door?
I'll get him. Go the other way. But he needs to know I was there. No, don't look at that picture. Alright, where are we going? This way. I mean, the easiest way to have solved that whole Emma thing would have literally just been, was I any good in bed? No, that's her. That's the real. Ah, shit, this is the wrong way. Ah, whatever. We'll take the long way around. Sarah's an old woman. It's gonna take her a while to get back anyway. We can go through this impossible library again. I'm still marveling at it. It's so ridiculous. And there is no door on the bottom on that floor as well. I'm gonna keep bringing it up every time we come in. The ladders don't reach all the way up and down, so there's no way. There is no way to get to this floor. Presumably the ones under it. Okay, this is the way I was meant to go. Don't want to solve this fucking puzzle again. Not a puzzle. Just don't want to have to solve the maze. I remember how to get back there. Ooh. Is the door already open? Okay, good. We don't have to do the puzzle again. So, did you think Sarah made it back, or did somebody get here first?
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough.
No.
I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son.
Never.
You are not ready yet.
You are the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
I just had to shoot
You would
somebody.
never
Tell
believe
me.
me.
I came
Trust
all
me.
the way
Or
here
try
for
me,
you.
rather.
Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and logical. I know you are going to find it hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true.
Magic.
Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us,
I beg your pardon?
and that they can influence
You're right, I
our
don't believe it.
thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus?
Yeah, why
What
not?
do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, they look like Lord
No,
Mortimer,
these are
obviously.
not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic
Zoroastrian
spirits.
folklore, but okay.
They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Ooh.
Right. So let me guess.
Well, Mortimer, presumably. The boogeyman of Father Christmas. The other two don't make sense, so Mortimer and Holm.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis.
Are they
not
just a
those
squabbling
two.
married couple?
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Look at my hand.
Of course, but
where
you
it used to
do
be.
too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
No. Did I? Sure. I noticed something. His family tree's a bit nuts. Alright.
I came across his family tree in his study
An only son.
since the Third Crusade.
The fall of St. John of Acre, Louis. The fall of St. John of Acre.
Okay.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis.
Thanks.
Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
Hang on, was that really Pandora's box? His secret study, I guess.
I went beyond the Nightmare Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come.
Why did it?
But tell me,
Why did it
did
inhabit
you
him
find
as an
his
old
secret
man?
study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
Is it? Conference?
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
It's a
And without any
fictional
security or
narrative
personnel.
contrivance. That's why.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Holm are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and
Convenient
yet
that they don't show up.
whisper in the ears of kings and presidents. Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
Cool. Trophy? Ding.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian
Cool. Can we
Gulf,
play that
we
game?
came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked.
Became
Composed of 7
unlocked.
parts.
Did you unlock it?
Each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris,
do have things
I
like
set
that
to
called
studying these
triptychs.
pages.
Triptychs?
I spent all my
3
days
books?
and nights
You need all 3 of
studying
them to
them.
actually read it.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
Never heard 7.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before. developed well before Sumerian in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Sir Gregory?
No, Mortimer, of course.
Oh, okay.
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
Nice. Giggity.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him.
What?
I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
She did say he was charismatic or whatever. On the other hand, Louis has never heard anything about this, so...
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him.
Why did you
3
refuse?
years later in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We
Nice.
stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the
Stole
case.
his
It was
son.
precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth?
Where's the kid
what
now,
became
then?
of the child?
Later. For the moment,
No.
that is not
What?
the key issue
Tell us
here.
right now what the
Once
fuck
we
happened.
found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing.
What happened with Elizabeth? What happened with Emma? Did she negotiate with Wallner? Why the why the cannons for Bonaparte? It's kind of irrelevant now that she's dead. Elizabeth has left the island, so again, not really relevant. Sure.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Oh, I can ask all of them.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Okay.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry,
Make
Mother.
time.
But I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters.
Gross.
I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her.
Gross.
The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer
Would they
possessed
refer to
her?
them as founding
No, I don't
fathers at
think it
this
was
point in
Mortimer.
history?
Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
So is it still there?
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
Yes.
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now?
No, not
we
really.
had
Are you using
the
me?
Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily
It's
to...
Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing, and then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
But she's still alive, or was, briefly, and then I shot her. What? What is going on? How many Hillsboroughs are there? Yeah, what's up with the hand?
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Gross. I don't want to see that.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries.
It's alright, I know what's
We
in
can
it.
sort that out later.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel, but frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
Thanks for not touching it.
Oh, good. I was right not to do that. Alright, what's up with the hand?
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis.
Citation
They are
needed.
playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way,
Are demons just a
what
euphemism
was
for
Mortimer's
rich people?
project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory.
Except
France
Canada.
should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But
Oops.
for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
But we know that happens anyway, historically, so I don't
Are you
think
going
we're
to
going
tell
to
me
manage
why
it.
we're here?
Really? I only had to walk like 2 steps further and I would have seen this.
There. That's why we are here.
Okay, well, I did ask why it was so tricky to get into this place. Bethlehem, Nazareth, Bethesda? Bethesda Softworks. It's the key to... Oh, I missed a lot of shit. I managed to go through Napoleon Bonaparte's room without leaving a trace. I protected one of the Hillsborough twins. I could have been a witness of Napoleon Bonaparte's resolution. I could have spoken with Piaggi about his motivations. I could have learned something. Okay. If I had have... I could have gone through shit. I tried though. I was stopped from going through. Alright. The alternative paths are probably... I didn't talk to those guys when the gunshot went off. 4 points. Okay, we can... Subterfuge to level 2. Occultism to level 2. Or if we use only 3 points, or 4 points, we can put linguistics to level 2. Politics, etiquette, conviction. These cost too much. We won't be able to get them. Manipulation. We can do subterfuge and occultism, so let's do that.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So,
Lies.
how does it open?
We'll need several keys.
Right.
I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 6 objects
That says
before
5.
we try anything.
Hang on, which
Are
one
your
do we
6
believe?
objects
The
keys?
subtitles?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an
What?
armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Oh, fuck. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Alright, the true cross, presumably.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it.
Good job.
When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Must have fallen from my hand.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
Okay, that's 1.
Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know.
Right, the nails
When
for
I
the
arrived,
cross.
there were already
right.
a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those.
Right, that's why
On
it's
the
5,
other
because
hand,
they're already
I
there.
remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
And a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
need 3 of them.
I
Very well.
absolutely remember
You
that.
remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Right.
Of course.
I'll remember that.
An exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's
Aye.
what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well
It's a
done
book
for the
report?
Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take
I
it
did,
safely?
really. I
We
brute
haven't
forced
got a
that
choice,
puzzle.
Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Okay.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see. There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
Right.
What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
Okay. That's fine.
One last thing before you go. Be very
A
careful.
gun? Can I have one?
If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Right.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru,
Peru's still
Hildra.
alive.
Look at the number of
Peru's still
calamities
alive.
that have happened over the past
Adams
few
has
days.
just escaped.
And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal?
Find the whole
You'll
thing
see.
not particularly the
Go
one.
up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us.
Okay.
And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6646.
That's wrong. It's 6466. No. The audio was right. The subtitles are wrong. That's gonna be annoying. Okay. Once again, I must have missed a bunch of books because we only have one. Anyway. Right. Find all the shit. Come back for you later. Okay, so the cross is somewhere down here. So let's go look for it.
Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later.
It's quite dark in this crypt. Shiny? That's a coin.
Famous cross of
Oh, there it
Clement
is.
III. Perfect. And one key found.
Alright, well, the rest of them. Now, this is a case of remembering where have you been in the game all these other times. Apparently found another key. And a book. Would have been nice if I could have picked this up before we equipped all of them, but okay. So, secret study. Oops. Wait. Something in there. Ah, shit. How do I get in there? There's something in there. Collectible. There's no way I've gotten all those collectibles. I'm sure I've missed tons of them. Okay, the portrait gallery. You should be able to find Judas's Bible here. There's also the armillary sphere. This is a giant one. We need a much, much smaller one. Pocket-sized sphere.
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me. Otherwise, I risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings. Now, where can I find a smaller one?
Question.
Right. Let's see if the statues are in place yet.
Did they reset?
Shield toward the sword. Well, that's good. The statue is already in the right place.
I literally have to check all of them again?
The lantern is already in the right position. Turn toward the shield. The sword toward the Gorgon. That's good. It's in the right place.
Uh-huh, and the Gorgon is in the right place, so what? Oh, it's not. She needs to be looking at the guy.
That statue is not positioned correctly.
Move the shield.
Open sesame.
Okay. So, there should be...
The Ring of the Nibelungs. Even if Mortimer is several centuries old, I don't see what part he has in this legend.
Pandora's box, apparently. Is this it? Yes. Smash. Ah. Boo. Smash the glass. It's a big book.
That's the exegesis of Judas. I hope Mortimer doesn't read it very often. Otherwise, he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it.
This book is enormous. How am I supposed to be taking this with me? Okay.
Hey, Mortimer's the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art.
Okay. Is there an armillary sphere in here that I can take? Can I take this gun? Knife? Something? Laurel crown. Sword. Not seeing the sphere.
Right. I've got what I need. Now let's not waste any more time.
Okay. Bible is up in the tower room. Maybe? It's the last place we saw it. Might still be there. To keep an eye out for a small version of that. Don't remember if we've seen it. This way's faster. It must be really late, I guess. Maybe people aren't up and about. He says as he's about to walk directly into somebody.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Still some stuff I can pick up. Mysterious notes. What are these mysterious notes? Oh, these are the mysterious notes. Right, there's more I need to pick up. There's probably one in each of those boxes. The conference room? The conference room has one. There's one in the middle. No, it's just a fancy map.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
Don't have the key. I'm just gonna check each of these alcoves. Maybe one of them has that sphere thing in it. Nope. Alright, we did circle. Never mind then. So you want to get to the tower room. Just this one. Anybody up?
Ah, Louis.
Shit.
Glad you're here.
Blasted. He's gonna talk about my mother.
Come and see what I've found. There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to speak to me about what happened between my mother and the Hillsborough sisters. Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish two different writing styles.
Can't see shit.
The rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain there must be more.
Shit. What on earth is he doing? If you want my opinion, a servant must have burnt some old papers. That's all.
God damn
Why,
it.
of course. You very nearly made me think that you were trying to hide something, Louis. No, I'm sure there must be other hidden messages.
He won't let go. He's going to work his way back to the Bible if he continues.
Just take the Bible then? I'm just gonna take it and leave.
The Bible's still there.
Wink. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Don't mind me.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
I just picked up an air key. More things to be picked up there. Also got some amber fragments out of it. Cool. Alright, George. You have a good one. Still haven't found where the armillary sphere would be. I have to hope it's in his secret study. Otherwise, I don't know where it is. That might take a while to find. Unless it's literally in my room and has been staring us in the face the whole time. Okay. No sign of Morty. There's one on his desk. Hasn't finished his painting.
Right. This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
Do I need to put it in? Can you not just do it? I've solved it though. Do I need to do it again? It's a bit silly. Surprise!
Of course.
Okay. So we're looking for a cup with nails in it. Apparently I saw, but I don't remember seeing it.
Feathers, pigeons probably.
The mysterious cube.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton. What on earth could that be? There. Those are the nails I was looking for. I noticed they were old and rusty, but I hadn't noticed these traces of... Could that be blood? Is it really the relic of the Holy Cross?
Doubt.
I can hardly believe it.
Alright, well, then we have the nails, so the sphere. Where could it be? Just gonna give this study a once-over just to see if it's here. It's yes, but it might be. The other place I'm thinking it is our bedroom. It's like a thing that's just been staring you in the face for the whole game and just didn't see it or just didn't take notice of it.
Weaknesses of the Human Psyche by Gilhelm Trimor. Gilhelm Trimor. Trimor, an anagram of Mortimer. Wow. Arrogant enough to publish writings on mental control in full view of everyone. I wonder who he's writing for.
Don't see it. Don't see it, and I assume this is still locked.
It's locked.
It is. Okay. So it was 1191 to get out, which means it's 6696.
All right, come on. Let's get out of here. 6466, if I remember correctly.
It's just the opposite side. Good. They just say, you know what? Fine. It's fine. Just take it. Right. Where could the sphere be? Gonna go with my gut, and my gut says it's in the bedroom.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Arse? It's not arse. Okay. What are my options? A cage. Cage is an option. Okay. Accra. It's Accra. It's not Accra. Fuck. Find it unlikely to reset. I don't know. Oh, it's not case. No idea. Thought it would be Accra because that's where allegedly the demon took possession, but we can't make that word, so it's not that. We can't make the word Lord. That's gonna annoy me. That's gonna annoy me. Wait, maybe it's... who's this? Oh. No, that's not Zeus, but I'm gonna try Zeus.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Zeus. Handwritten notes of Lord Mortimer. Okay, we've added some more things here. Okay, our bedroom is... this one. So, okay, the complete other side of the building. Nice. Let's start a merry jog. Mind me going for a late night jog about the place? Okay, let's see if the good is correct. Because if it's not here, I'm thinking it's the foyer, maybe? That's one. Let's see if there's one in this room. It seems like I was wrong. Good was incorrect. Try outside. Doubt it, but try. Yeah, we'll try the ground floor. The only room on the ground floor we didn't go to. Maybe the dining room, possibly. And if it's none of them, I'm just gonna fucking look it up. Okay. The horrible room again. Is there one of those spheres? Who's that? Toy? I don't want to talk to him. See one on the table though. Shit. Okay. Dining room? This isn't the dining room. Dining room's the other way, but whatever. I'm in here now. Might as well look. Foley. Been instructed not to confide in anybody. I'm taking that as don't talk to anybody. What's this way? It's the conference room. Don't want to go that way. I've already been in there. The only thing that would be left is one of the bedrooms. Don't know whose bedroom would have one. Elizabeth's, maybe? She wouldn't be in her... She's left the island, allegedly. So she wouldn't be in there. Don't remember where her room is either, though. Okay, is there one in here? So far. I mean, it's not really a room you would have one in, but...
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
We have this key? Nope. We're looping it back around to the portrait gallery now. Okay, we're back. Maybe there's a small one somewhere that I missed. Like, puzzle rules where they say, here's the thing, but you actually want the smaller version of it, makes me think it's not in this room. There's a way to shrink it. This is a shrink ray I wasn't told I had. Maybe it's in the gardens, but I am just gonna look it up. I don't know where it is. The council. Armillary sphere. Control F for it. In the portrait gallery. Surface stairs. Second floor. Volner's room. So yeah, it was in one of the bedrooms. There's no way I would have been like having to check all of the rooms. So back upstairs. There we go. Turn around. Head up the stairs. Those are long load times for an SSD. Like, the PS4 version must take forever to load a new area. Which one is Volner's room? It's Elizabeth's. This one. Oh, it's actually pretty close. Hope he's not in his room. This will be awkward. Take the shit first, though. I mean, it's not exactly portable, but yeah, here it is. Sake.
An armillary sphere. Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
He's not gonna realize this giant thing isn't on his desk anymore. Sure. Right, we have our stuff.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
It's expensive. What would he have?
Golden elixir.
Which? Snoop in the bedroom. Make sure he's not in the bedroom first. Okay, good. A little worrying, because definitely haven't come across him either, so where is he?
A fragment of amber.
Okay. Moving on. Where am I storing this giant sphere? Who knows? Same place I'm storing the giant Bible I stole too. They're all in this pocket dimension I have, I guess. Hey, what the hell is that? What the hell is that painting? I don't know, but I don't like it. Okay, this way? Go. Now we gotta solve whatever this ridiculous puzzle is. That'll be fun. This way. Not this way. This way. None of these ways, in fact.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Okay, so we have... Oh, wait. Piece of the cross, nails of the cross, Judas' Bible, Gutenberg Bible, an armillary sphere, which I think is just for plotting stars, I think? Actually, I don't know what an armillary sphere is for. Some kind of dates as well. Hey, what's up?
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
Right?
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed one nail in Bethlehem, one in chapter 2, and one in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
I see. So where do I put the nails?
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself. All I can say is that you have to insert one to choose a town, one to choose a chapter, and one to choose a verse. Those are Roman numerals on the disc.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
No, don't shut up. Tell me the solution. That's fine. Okay, let's put the cross in anyway. Right. Guess a theme. Guess? Fuck, I'm not guessing.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
Towns? Actually, I'm gonna go back to themes.
Chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Taveth at midnight, 3762, in the village of Bethlehem. Chapter 2, verse 6. And so it was that, while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered of a child. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid.
Oh, that goes on for a while. And lo, the angel said unto him, Stop hitting thyself. But he could not, for he was hitting himself with his own hands. Okay. So what, do I try to find the equivalent on this thing? Yes? Do
The
something?
cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. If I open it to that iris point, maybe it has a moon phase on it?
The fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
Sick.
We'll have to trust her. If Mortimer deliberately set a trap by showing the birth of Christ, then maybe the solution is the contrary. The death of Christ in that case?
Yes?
You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I. Nothing more.
I suppose if we have the NRI thing, which is part of what was written over the cross, allegedly. We have a piece of the cross, we have the nails, and so on. This would suggest we're talking about the crucifixion rather than the birth.
Why, of course. They're part of the initials INRI that you can find on the cross of Jesus at his crucifixion. Yes, it's definitely a representation of the birth of Christ, but some of the details have flaked away. I can't see any other clues. One thing is for sure, this enigma deals with the life of Jesus, like my mother said.
Okay, so we're talking about the date of his death instead. What's this?
Cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything.
Nice. Better get it right, so. Themes. Crucifixion.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and two others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
Okay, so 19.
Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha.
Stop talking.
Where they crucified him, and two others
Stop
with him,
talking.
on either side, and Jesus in the midst. Chapter 19, verse 17.
Okay.
Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793,
There's no way to skip
in a
this.
place near
He's
Jerusalem.
talking.
The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
Okay, 1917. That's what we're talking about. Now, what was in the notes? Okay, I do remember him saying something about Nissan, so we'll have a look at that again. 19 set, so Jerusalem isn't there.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions.
Oh wait, it's underneath. There's Golgotha and Jerusalem.
There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category.
So, is it Golgotha or Jerusalem? And 17. Seems right to me.
It works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels. This wheel represents the different moons. In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an X. As for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, it's often associated with something harmful.
Oh, that's a lot.
There are different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to the other wheels. Now, given the difference between the number of icons and the number of towns, I think that only one path connects all the wheels with one another. Let's try to connect the theme I've chosen with the rest.
Okay, so there's a crown of thorns at the top. Birth, I guess, is the baby, maybe, in the left. And there's peace with the dove, maybe. There's a Celtic knot on the right. Waves, I think. On the left, I think it's a chalice in the bottom left. I don't see what's in the bottom right. Don't know what that is.
Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far.
Yeah, that's fine, but you see them now.
Nevertheless, these icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
Thanks. Could you not have told me what they were?
This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date.
Turn the wheel of icons. Till the crown of thorns is beside Golgotha. Okay, so that's right. And we need to remember the date.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
Okay, the 8th of Nisan. Golgotha isn't in any of these. 8th of Nisan. Fuck. Well, either way, it's 8A, I think. 8 at least. It could be 8A or 26M, I suppose. Connected? They all need to connect up, right? 8A either then. It's either that or the crown of thorns isn't crucifixion and the nail is. Was the other possibility for Nissan? No, 8 Nissan is either April or March. So it's either 26M or 8A. Just not sure which one. I think and it's 8A. This is where I have it.
Let's see what combination corresponds to the chosen theme.
Pretty sure I have the icon right.
By following the clues in the Bibles and the architect's notes, the crucifixion took place on the 8th of Nisan 3793, according to the astronomers of that time. That would correspond to March 26th in the year 33 on a modern calendar.
It's March 26th. Well, go back so. Which one do we want? 7 Shaban 607.
7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter. During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon. The moon shadow moves from west to east.
Huh?
7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter.
What does first quarter mean? Does it mean it's a quarter moon?
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescents, first quarter,
Okay, he does mean first
waxing
quarter.
gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
So we want first quarter, which is the shadow. Occupying everything except the very left. Is that right? Well, we'll find out.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Shit. I'm gonna check. I want to check if I move the nail to that position. Do things line up? Kinda.
Let's see what combination corresponds to the chosen theme. To follow the crucifixion theme, I should select the crown of thorns.
Alright, it's the crown of thorns. I just wanted to check. It's not that. Alright, let's do it.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Hope I don't die. Oops. Got all the keys. Got my arm cut off. To be fair, I actually chose to leave it in, which is probably a mistake. Anyway. That's you keep going, so I guess we're fine. Did I solve it? Debatable. Okay, some things to read. It was a 10, though, to get out.
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better, if you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Yes? Am I dead?
Filthy swine! I'm going to open this damn door and skin you alive! You're not going to get the better of us!
Mother?
Louis, you've come around. How do you feel?
It hurts. Mother? I can't feel my arm.
Yeah, it's missing.
Louis, I had to cauterize it with what I could find.
Oh, great.
Where's my arm?
We'll get through this, Louis. Don't worry. I think I found a solution. You'll see.
We gotta leave. No, don't put your arm in there.
Louis, we can't leave without it. It's our last chance. I need to see this through to the end. I must do it.
Did I pick the wrong moon phase? Is that was the issue?
We've done it, Louis. Look.
Stubborn as a mule.
Come on, up you get. I'll help you. Easy does it. You've lost a lot of blood.
And now what?
Let's take what we came for.
Wait. I've gotta know what I did wrong.
That is one fearsome mechanism. In fact, if I hadn't watched you beforehand, I would never have found the right combination.
Tell me, where did I go wrong? Well, how did you manage to crack the puzzle?
Then I had to link the crown of thorns to the date of the crucifixion, according to the exegesis. But I failed to understand the first time. With that theme in mind, I chose 26M, which represents the 26th of March. To conclude, I had to use the armillary sphere to find the moon corresponding to the day of the crucifixion, which turned out to be in the first quarter. All that was left to do was to link all those elements on the same axis.
Which I did. I don't know. I must have picked the wrong moon phase or something.
But where are we?
I don't know, but we better not hang around. Be careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
So you think the door is not enough?
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point there. We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
The guy who,
Yes.
stabbed
The Centurion
Jesus.
that pierced the side of Christ with his lance. That weapon naturally became a holy relic.
Exactly.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
You're gonna wonder why my
Hang
hand
on.
is missing.
At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis, I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed, don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly. Not
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm saying.
All right, we'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it.
Oh, shit.
Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Okay, and what do I tell them about my hand? Wait. What? Okay, weird. Guess there's a loading door there. It's like, is no one gonna ask about my hand? How'd you lose your hand? Fishing. This way. Someday I'll remember how to get out of here. Okay, where do we think Piaggi will be? Check his room, presumably. Which way to his room? Behind us. Okay, Piaggi's room. Huh? Does he not have a bedroom? It's this one that I just haven't been in yet. One of these two. These three. Where was this? Oh yeah, this is Elizabeth's room. Well, we didn't get a chance to actually snoop. Let's snoop.
A chest with a half-circle pattern. All right, I've retrieved everything.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you.
Well, maybe because somebody else
Father
wrote the letter.
maintains the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last, right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want. August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I am driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you, but they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday.
Horrible woman.
She spent a long
Probably our
time
mother.
speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Okay. She took her mattress off the bed? No? Just 2 mattresses? Alright. Another thing here.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day,
Sure.
I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams.
Citation needed.
P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
He didn't. Okay. This way. Who's this? Washington. Washington's. Okay, who's this? Nobody. This must be PSG then. Yeah. Let's see if he's home. And if he's not, then we need to go look for him.
Cardinal's not in his room.
Crap.
I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Alright, he's at the dining room. Well, we can steal some shit while we're here.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
The remedy of the gods was ambrosia.
My dear Giuseppe, poor health forbids me from joining you. Please thank Sir Gregory for his invitation to Lord Mortimer's. I'm convinced you'll be able to strengthen our agreements. Please tell Sir Gregory that his enterprise concerning our friend, Cardinal Bishop Chiaramonti, is following its course. I place my trust in you.
Okay, I don't know enough
May God
about
bless you and give
history
you
to
protection.
know who that is.
SS Giovanni Angelico Braschi.
Or that. SS. I maxed on all the pickups. Seems like it.
Amber crystals.
let's go find him. Sounds like he's in the dining room. Alright, fastest way to get to the dining room. This way. Okay, Piaggi. You down here? Ah, great. Why are you standing on the cliff, Piaggi? Don't like this. I should really call out to him before, rather than just walk up behind him. But whatever. It's not an option.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis.
Hide my hand.
Please, leave me alone.
Hide your
I
hand.
beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Hide your hand.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
Are not listening to me. You
Right.
are playing with fire.
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right?
No.
Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What
No.
do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the Holy Lance of Longinus, are you?
Of course not, Your Eminence.
Come now, Louis. Please don't insult me.
Why not?
It's just a pity that you have no idea why you are looking for it. You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
No, Your Eminence. I thought you'd be the only one able to help me with it.
Your words lack conviction, Louis. If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know. You have no reason to lie to me. Louis, you should abandon your project. I say this for your own good. You will only get burned if you embark on this enterprise. Leave the lance where it is. Too many people have suffered because of it.
Please excuse me, Your Eminence. I'm in a terrible hurry.
Of course you are. And you won't listen to my advice.
Don't worry about me, Your Eminence. Everything is fine.
Is it?
That is
You're
not
missing
the
an arm.
impression you give. Minus one of your limbs.
Wait, is he reacting to my arm at last?
Good luck.
Right. I think that's the first one I failed. Okay, well, there's a bunch of shit on Mortimer's study. Back this way. Can I open this?
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Look at all these drugs.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
So there's some more royal jelly there if we need it. Specialist in esotericism. Like Walner, maybe? Yaji won't talk to us. Maybe Walner. Artistic depictions. No. That is like there's crucifixion with the spear, isn't it? I wonder, do you have to pay a license to use like this artwork? I would think it's public domain, but I'm not sure now. Sacred text is the two Bibles that are back at the gate, so we could probably... There's more royal jelly there. We can probably wait and check that on the way back. Check out Walner, since he's here. Maybe. If he's in his room.
It seems like he isn't here.
Son of a bitch. What's that? Big fucking hammer.
What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw. And he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. Straw on his desk. As if to protect something fragile. Yes. Someone must have packed something away here.
What's with the hammer? We're not going to address the giant hammer, no?
I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
It's the symbol on the game. Either.
I've seen occult inscriptions like this before. They're not very common. As a matter of fact, I've only seen them once before, around the Lock of Al-Azif.
Johan, I know you were trying to find out what happened to Elizabeth, but it's getting out of hand now. Your escapade on the continent cost me enough as it is. I know it hasn't been easy for you leaving Elizabeth confined in her room for a month so she doesn't bump into Sarah, but to run away without warning, I had to lie to cover you, Johan. Act as if you arrived separately only a few days ago and persuade William to do the same with his guests. I demand that you come to your senses and take hold of yourself. I asked you to fetch something so we can get it off the island, not for to study it in a vain hope of acquiring power. It won't give you any answers, let me be clear on that. At most we run the risk of losing it again, so for the last time, please go and leave it at the agreed place. I can confirm that someone will pick it up. Greg. What's that about?
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
Done this already.
A chest locked with a 4-letter
Zinc?
code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Nailed it.
A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Volner. So, let's see what Volner has in his bookcase.
Steal some shit.
A few works on religions, 2 scientific essays about human thought. Most of these works are on alchemy. Longini militis fabulum. Ah, what have we here?
It looks like a kind of biography on Longinus the
I was
Centurion.
right to check this guy out.
Volner has done everything he can to get information about that lance.
I'd better keep this one, though.
Trichet?
Damn, that's all I need. Maybe he knows something about the lance.
What happened? You've lost. Ah, how horrible. Your hand.
It's an accident. To tell you the truth,
An accident? Are you joking? You have lost your hand, Louis. We've got to do something.
It's been done. I've been given treatment, rest assured. I admit that I didn't truly realize the consequences of my recklessness. So just stay calm.
Yes, of course. But Louis, it's your hand.
I know, it's not great.
Please, look, there's nothing I can do about it. I know, I made a mistake, but it's too late now.
I mean,
it was an accident.
You could replay
I
that
only
level.
wanted to inspect the place to find my mother, and, well, I fell into a trap. The result is appalling, I grant you that, but at least I can guarantee that we're all perfectly safe here on this island.
And you joke about it? Am I dreaming?
No, sir, but let's be realistic. So many world leaders brought together in one place, and there are no safeguards? The error indeed stems from my recklessness. I went looking here and there in search of my mother, and I had an accident. It's my own fault.
Fine. We will drop this incident. Why are you here? What are you doing in my room?
Good question. Can I check? Oh, I can. Okay. Journal. Volner. Do I know any of your weaknesses? He's immune to occultism. That's all I know. Okay. I've run out of things to read.
Well, sir, I see you have some captivating books, and you seem to be rather interested in the famous Longinus.
It's, what's it to do with you?
I overheard you speaking with Piaggi. What are you two up to exactly?
No, fine. Yes. We are looking for the Holy Lance. That imbecile has given Mortimer all the ones kept in the private collection of the Holy See. But it's not what you think. Hang on a minute. You're the one looking for the lance.
No.
Don't take me. You are looking for the Holy Lances.
No, lance, singular. I only want one. I'm only looking for the right one. That's very good.
What's the matter? You seem completely panicked at the idea I might be interested in this relic.
No, that's not true.
What are you so afraid of?
I am not afraid.
You know Mortimer's got it, so you're not worried that I'd give it back to him.
What are
so
you?
Why are you so terrified of me being able to find it?
You have no idea what it is you're looking for. What are you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking for it?
I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time. Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning to give it to Sir Gregory. You're looking to double-cross me and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking
This
about?
is a very good quiz. Good questions. Okay, these are all very expensive. I might drink water and just do this one.
But calm yourself, goddammit. You're the one I'm trying to help.
What?
I heard you talking with His Eminence, and it seemed to me that this story about the lances had put you in a tight spot. I was only trying to be helpful.
But why didn't you tell me straight away?
Seeing as I hadn't found it, I didn't want to commit myself too quickly. If I'd failed, I would look like a beginner.
I understand, Louis. I thought you were trying to manipulate me. But please.
And I am immune to being manipulated.
I got a little bit carried away. But you can't get ahead by staying in the shadows on a case like this. There are already several of us searching for the lance of Longinus. And it would be smarter to pool our information.
Right.
Unfortunately,
does it look
I've
like?
barely made any progress. I'm still trying to find out what the original lance really looked like.
Let me reassure you, we've all been there, given the number of copies there are in existence. It also took us quite some time to discover its true shape. Many believe the central part of the head of the lance to be covered in gold, whereas, in truth, Its center is made of an alloy of copper and iron.
That does make
Bronze?
sense. In those times, a centurion wouldn't have any chance of possessing a lance made of gold.
Ah, that is the perversion of Christian idolatry. A copper lance could not have been noble enough to pierce the side of Christ.
Why would he have a golden
Anyway,
lance?
thank
that
you,
would
sir.
be
You're welcome.
a horrible weapon
But
to
keep me
fight with.
posted as to your research. We're bound to end up recovering it.
I'm counting on it. See you later.
Okay, well, that seemed to work out. So we're looking for a bronze spear.
I managed to get the biography of Longinus the Centurion. Let's see what it can teach me.
My spear looks exactly
An
like
interesting
this.
passage here tells me that the lance is engraved with the symbol of the first Christians, the fish.
Okay, bronze spear has a fish on it. We can also check Mortimer's study. This may be a mistake. We can check it. Okay, hopefully Morty's not here. Alright, so here's artistic depiction of him.
Saint Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance.
Giggity.
It is shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure? No, this is too easy. Mortimer's trying to throw me off the track again. It seems too visible to be true. Impossible not to see the statue on first glance, given its size. And Mortimer has no interest in making the shape of the true lance so easy to see. I think the statue does represent Longinus, armed with a lance that wounded Jesus, the Holy Lance. How can I find out if this is an exact representation? There's no way of being certain of it.
It didn't exactly wound Jesus, right? He was already dead when he stabbed him. Just to make sure he was dead.
Hey, looks like there's a symbol engraved on the tip.
Yeah, I know
Yes,
that
a
already.
fish. The Christian fish, no doubt. It can't be a coincidence. It must have been done on purpose. Huh. Good thing I took a closer look.
Didn't need to do that though. I knew that already. Okay. Is that the only depiction? So we were assuming Mortimer is gonna try to throw us off track. So we're thinking it's not shaped like a leaf.
Adoration of the Shepherds with Saints Longinus and John. Giulio Romano, 1534. Longinus is holding the Holy Lance in his left hand, and I'll bet he's holding the sponge soaked in holy blood in the other hand. Yes! Here we can see that the Holy Lance is represented in the shape of a spear. I better make sure I check this twice. It's a work that dates from the Renaissance, and there's nothing to say that it's not based on erroneous elements. But I believe what I read in the letter from Milan addressed to Mortimer. There's every reason to believe that this painting has been modified according to his guidelines to represent the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. This work is an order from Lord Mortimer. All the details have been conceived with a specific goal in mind. Upon closer examination, you can see that even the style clashes with that of most of the other works in the manor. No, if Mortimer has taken special care as the conception and the exhibition of this painting in his study, in the same way as for the nightmare painting, it must be of some significance. And that is indeed the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape.
Okay, if you say so.
There's only one way of being sure. I'll have to find other clues that will confirm this information.
Okay, so we think it's spear shaped. We think it's bronze. Or an alloy of copper and iron, which is bronze. It has a fish engraved on it. Okay. The last thing we can do is check sacred texts. There is a Bible back at the puzzle door. Go down this staircase. Head out back to the puzzle door that I apparently read wrong. It says it starts as a full moon, or as a new moon. And then the shadow moves left to right. So is a new moon fully white or fully black? I must have read it as that a new moon was fully black, is how I read it. Which I guess must be wrong. New moon must be fully white. Well, it must be because I didn't get the puzzle right. That's annoying. It's going to annoy me for the entire rest of this playthrough. Because you're stuck with it every time. Because you can see his missing hand for the rest of the game. You're going to be like, that fucking puzzle. God damn it.
The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ. The four Gospels each give an account of the death of Christ. Let's see what they can tell me about the lance.
What's the oldest one? Matthew spelled wrong. I think Luke is the most recent. John's, maybe?
Ah, there! When they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a shimmering lance pierced his side, and forthwith there came out blood and water. And he that saw it bore witness, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe. A shimmering lance? What is this telling me?
Okay. It's Damascus, maybe?
Medieval Hermetic traditions evoke the idea of using noble materials for relics, which the monasteries often made themselves in order to attract pilgrims. Of course, they had to inspire greatness. So here, we might think of gold, whereas a centurion could not have hoped for anything better than copper at the time. The true lance would not have been a luxurious weapon.
But no. Is that all it's going
to
give me?
The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ. The four Gospels each give an account of the death of Christ. Let's see what they can tell me about the lance.
That's probably it.
This apostle does not mention the lance in his description of the death of Christ.
I'm guessing it's just John who mentions it.
There's nothing about the lance in this account of the crucifixion. There's no mention of the lance in what Luke says about the death of Christ.
Alright, so we're going with this fucking puzzle. 26M was wrong as well. Okay, so I got the date wrong. Oh no, these have all been reset. Yeah, this whole thing's been reset. Great. That's annoying. Can I look at it again? And be pissed? Stumbling a nail. Okay. Okay, we're looking for a bronze... How's it going? We're looking for a bronze spear-shaped lance. Or a lance with a spear-shaped tip. With a fish symbol engraved into it.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter.
What's he doing here? Weird place to find them.
This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. The stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
Okay. Rather not waste any more points until we have the spear, and if we do, then I'll come back. Hey, Doomtrain Inc., you lost your hand. Was it from the poison? It was not from the poison. It was from a different puzzle that I could swear I solved correctly, but apparently I didn't.
This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
This way.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
It's very much not this one. Doomtrain Inc., if I said to you, phases of the moon, and it was a first quarter moon, what would that look like to you? I'm assuming that's what I got wrong, but it could well be something else.
I can see that this lance
not this
has
one either.
a so-called leaf shape. It is made entirely of iron. I can see that the tip is engraved with the symbol of the sun.
Again, not this one. Crescent moon on the left side, yeah? What color? Is the crescent moon white or black? I said white. I'm guessing it was black. Or it was supposed to be black. It's another leaf-shaped one. Yeah, I would guess the crescent should be white. Oh, that's what I said. So maybe I got the date wrong. Maybe the date is what I got wrong.
Flavius Aetius. It was cut a long time ago. You can tell by the rough hacks of the tool and the patina of the stone. This sarcophagus is very ancient.
Very
I'd say
ancient.
it's several centuries old.
Not just ancient, very ancient. As I said, I don't want to waste any points right now until we have the spear. Oop, around. Oh, might be this one.
This lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear.
Okay.
Its blade is in iron or
No,
steel,
it's
I
not this
think. I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip.
It's not you. I mean, video game rules, it's probably the like way at the back somewhere.
This sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted.
No, I don't want to waste points. Okay. Oh, this might be our boy.
Well, we can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold.
It's not this
You can distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip. Barely noticeable.
Barely noticeable. It's pretty noticeable. Alright, it was almost that one, except it's gold. We don't want gold. We want copper or bronze. I mean, really, it should be bronze, because copper would make a terrible spear. cares about that one? No, it's not you. Leave. Wrong shape. No. Maybe.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
Okay. The metal's right, but the rest of it isn't. Hang on, this one is all fancied up.
I can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
That's it. That's the one.
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
Yes. Hope so. Nice. Now I gotta get back. Figure out how I went the whole way. Well, I know it's not this way, but whatever. Let's go this way. Maybe it's like a Bethesda game, and there's like a quick zag exit all the way at the back. Whose is this?
The sarcophagus of Lord. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription.
It's no ancestor. He is a vampire.
Let's see what we can find here.
Try to force it. Fuck.
It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here.
Try and open it.
It's far too heavy. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
Okay. I assume we come back later, have someone help me lift the thing, and then stab Mortimer with it. I don't know if he's a vampire, honestly. I'm just guessing. Presumably we need to stab him and Sir Gregory with this spear. A lot of sarcophagi over there. I don't know how you're supposed to reach any of them. This place has seen better days. Okay, now we need to get back to the wharf without anyone knowing I have a spear. I'm sure that will go fine. Yep, that's a weird loading zone, but that's fine. Guess there's like a small loading screen on the PS4 and the SSD, it just loads in really fast, so they don't need it anymore. I've chosen the Lance of Longinus. I succeeded in extracting all the information from Von Volner, explored the crypt of the Mortimers. I learned that Sir Holm gave a mission to Von Volner. I did not succeed in convincing Piaggi. No, he was very much rebuffed my efforts. I have not found all the clues enabling me to identify the lance. I did not find all the copies of the lance. Okay, hope I picked the right one, so. Okay, we have 4 points. I can do erudition to level 2. I can get most of them to level 2. Is there any I can get to level 2? Okay, I can do erudition and conviction to level 2. So let's do that. I suppose I didn't find all the information because
time as it is.
I didn't
Mother's
convince
waiting for me
Piaggi.
on the wharf.
Okay. However, I will leave it there. Because We were going way over time now. Okay, so that's the council. For part 4, I fucked up that puzzle somehow. I'm guessing I probably picked the wrong date by the sounds of things now. But yeah, we have correctly identified the Duchess, because apparently Emma wasn't dead. It's still not clear. Sarah definitely shot her and killed her, but she came back to life somehow. And now we have shot her and killed her. Piaggi was acting very strange when we were talking to him, and then very quickly changed his demeanor. So he may have been possessed while he was talking to us at that point. We failed to persuade him to help us. We lost our hand trying to solve that door puzzle, and then the game just solved it for us, because, you know, the show must go on. It's a choose your own adventure game. You have to get to the end no matter what. We picked a spear. I'm hoping it's the right one. We've picked it. And then we'll get it to Sarah at the wharf, and then I guess we'll find out. So we are about halfway through episode 4, chapter 4. I'm thinking there's maybe 1 or 2 streams. I might just push ahead on next week's and see if we can finish it. So it might be a lengthier stream next week, because we might be able to finish. Otherwise, if I feel like there's still... We'll see. We'll see at next week anyway. Tomorrow, we're going to go back to Arkham Asylum. The story is finished, but there's plenty of Diddler trophies to find. So I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to try to see if I can find the Arkham City Easter eggs that are in the game, because I never found them when I was playing it. I only ever saw like tweets and articles about it when it came up the next time. So we'll try and find those. And Friday, we're going to play some Roller Drome, which is a bit Tony Hawk, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but you have guns. And Saturday, back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I've been spending a bit of time grinding that game, so characters will be a little bit more powerful. It's actually kind of difficult to grind in that game. So they'll be a little bit more powerful, and maybe Morag will last a little bit longer in battle too. And then Sunday, weekly news recap. And we'll be back around to the channel update, and we'll know what we're playing next week. So, thanks for dropping by, Doomshine Inc. and Melwin, and anyone who was hanging out in the chat as well, or anyone who was lurking. Appreciate it. If you want to catch up on the rest of the story, you can find it over on the archive channel, youtube.com/Doomshine5. Plenty of videos over there, as well as other Let's Plays. If you're watching there, most of my Let's Plays now are recorded live on Twitch, so twitch.tv/Doomshine5, and Twitter as well, if you want. Channel updates and whatever are over there. Okay, I'm gonna head off. Hopefully see some of you tomorrow for Arkham Asylum. Otherwise, see ya at some point. I don't know. Bye.